Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're looking at Swiftio, an Australian platform that's taking a really different approach to aged care coordination. It is, yeah, a fascinating study in using simple, really human-centered tech to solve some pretty complex problems. Okay, let's unpack this. Well, the core mission really is to bring a bit more clarity, connection, and, ultimately some calm into what can be a very chaotic environment. And what our sources kept pointing to is that this isn't about some flashy, heavy technology. The whole focus is on simplicity. It's a bridge, really, for people who are already trying to do this work. And that work starts from a very human place. I mean, aged care is incredibly demanding, but the real story here is about the small gaps in coordination that cause so much friction. Precisely. It's designed to address these very specific pressures. You have the resident whose health can change so quietly, so quickly, and the nurse is the one who sees that first. Exactly. And that nurse is juggling, countless other priorities, often working with this huge uncertainty of, when a doctor might actually show up. And that brings us to the GP, the doctor. They're trying so hard to provide that continuity of care, but they are just slammed. You see issues around work-life balance, unpaid work, fragmented calls. And then, of course, you have the families. Yeah, they're the ones in the middle, just hoping for some confidence that the whole team is actually talking to each other. So the platform tries to gently tie all those threads together. So if Swiftio is this bridge, how does it actually function? What does it do day to day to get everyone into that shared rhythm? It's actually quite elegant. The core function is that it takes all those urgent clinical requests, the phone calls, the texts, the sticky notes, and converts them into clear, actionable workflows. Okay, so it standardizes things. It does. It basically aligns the aged care nurses, the GPs, allied health specialists, and the families onto one single path for each request. No more phone tag. You mentioned Medicare workflows earlier, which for our listeners outside Australia can be, a bureaucratic nightmare. Oh, it is. And what's fascinating here is the focus on that admin burden. The platform automates a lot of their really complex requirements for certain Medicare claims, so it's taking work off their plate. Hours of work, hours of tedious paperwork that takes clinicians away from actually caring for the resident. It's a huge relief. But I have to ask, whenever you introduce a new piece of tech into a high-pressure environment like this, there's always a risk people just won't use it. Adoption fatigue. That's the critical challenge, absolutely. And its success seems to hinge on respecting the workflows that already exist. It doesn't try to reinvent aged care. It elevates what already works. Exactly. It just elevates what works when communication is smooth. The whole design is about giving clarity to the nurse, collegial support to the clinician, and confidence to the family. It connects the facilities to the doctors who already know their residents best. It's a connector, not a management tool. If it's not easier than the old way, it fails. So when you boil it all down, what does this all mean? Swiftio feels less like a tech story and more like, a window into the quiet heroism of aged care. I think that's a perfect way to put it. It just honors the teamwork and intuition that's already there and gives it a clearer path to flourish. And if we connect this to the bigger picture, it really poses a powerful question for all of us, doesn't it? Well, if the difference between proactive care and a resident's rapid decline often comes down to just a timely piece of information, how essential is this kind of seamless communication in preserving not just health, but the dignity and continuity of life for people in aged care?